You know, one of the things that just always amazes me is the technology of plant breeding. So here we're in my greenhouse, and I've been in this greenhouse for 28 years. And what are the changes we're seeing? Well, we've gone to automatic watering so that we can go to smaller pots. We can water 3 times a day with no extra labor. We've gone to CFL lights so that we've really cut our energy costs down. We have, of course, all of our fans coming on whenever the temperature gets too hot or turning off whenever it gets too cold. All of our heating, cooling is all completely regulated. In the greenhouses we'll be in the future, we're going to have shade cloths come across anytime the sun gets too bright or too hot, again for energy savings. But it just gives you an idea of how high-tech plant breeding's become. All of our combines now weigh the grain we harvest right on the fly. We do that for 2 reasons. One is just for it's quick, it's convenient. We can get so many more plots harvested. It also trains our students in the way they will work in industry or other public or private plant breeding programs. They're going to be using state-of-the-art combines. We have to have state-of-the-art combines. Every one of our tractors, every one of our drills uses global positioning satellites so that everything is dropped at the exact spot. We actually have the GPS coordinates for every plot we plant, and we're looking at well over 20,000 plots. And then that can all be tied into our databases. It can all be visualized using soil maps, using our fertility regimes. So the amount of information we're generating is just extraordinary. In our high throughput phenotyping, we did 53 million data points in our first season. You know, so people used to think about plant breeding as being sort of, you kick the dirt and you walk on. What we're able to do now is just absolutely extraordinary. We generally get 10,000 data points or more per line when we do our genomic selection. So we're looking at, again, millions and millions and millions of data points, the computer power to do that, growing plants so that we don't have the labor intensity that we used to have, makes us much more efficient and much more dependable. It's hard to keep a plant watered in a greenhouse where you may be able to hear a little bit of the fans where it's hot outside, and you have to give them continuous watering virtually to make sure they never dry out. All of that's automated and efficient, and that's frankly the way private sector's doing it. The public sector, if we're going to educate students that may go into the private sector, need to do it. And I think that's kind of the state-of-the-art technology has just made plant breeding actually one of the highest tech scientists that you can have, and one of the highest tech integrative sciences that you can have. That's what makes plant breeding fun.